What is going on, you savages? Welcome to the show. Boy, it feels like it's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time, but it hasn't been because I'm right on time. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm excited about today. I hope you're excited about today. Before I get into it, let's say go to traviscrutcher.com. That is the place for all things coaching, speaking, podcast consulting, etc., etc. Also head to tearitdownapparel.com. FlexFit hats. I've told you guys about them already, but they are people are digging them. So if you like them, grab one. If not, grab a trucker hat or whatever, right? But FlexFit hats are there now, so check those out. And last, please head to thealphainitiative.com. That is that collaborative space that we've got going to get your mind right, to give you some free juice and hopefully, get you on the road to Wellville, right? If you're jammed up about something, maybe there's something over there that can help you out. Anyway, I'm going to now shut up so I can thereby talk some more.
Welcome to Not Sorry with Travis Crutcher, the show where Travis will say some things that might trigger you, offend you, make you laugh, or even motivate you. So, if you're not easily offended, stick around and enjoy. On the other hand, if you are easily offended, listen anyway. Then go tell everyone how triggered you were. Either way, you can be certain of one thing. Travis is not sorry.
All right, here we go. So I got to tell you, obviously I'm not going to share any names because that's just a dick move, right? But this episode is directly related to a client session that I had earlier in the week. And this client is not the first person to espouse this way of thinking, but it comes up regularly, right? This is something that I hear a lot, and it's not just with my clients, but I see it projected a lot on social media. And so it was something that I thought, you know what, this is clearly spreading beyond just a small portion of the planet. And so I wanted to address it because it may seem good at the moment, right? But I'm here to tell you it's ultimately problematic and detrimental to your progress. And that is the differentiation between being a victim and being a survivor, right? So let's just some definitions, right? A victim is someone who feels helpless and defined by their circumstances, right? So you might feel stuck, unable to progress, all that stuff, right? Contrarily, a survivor is someone who has faced adversity and continues to move forward with strength and resilience, right? So these are two different words, right? But oftentimes can mean the same person, right? Can be the same person from the same set of circumstances. And I allege, and I feel like I'm correct in my espousing that it is 100% to do with how you look at the situation, right? And the verbiage you choose to use. And why? Why do I think this is important to talk about right now? Boy, if you look at the landscape of social media right now, if you look at how people are acting and how people are responding and what is being perpetuated in mainstream, right? It is this notion of victimhood. Now, here's what's crazy about it, right? Like, it's almost like they're trying to bring you to their team of victimhood and things that categorically were not a victim space before have now become victim spaces, right? You can't do that. I'm a victim of this. I'm a victim of that. We're coming to the precipice of a time where everyone's a victim of shit all the fucking time. And look, here's the deal. I get it, right? The world can be prickly, right? The world can be sharp and hard to be in sometimes. There's going to be things that, quote, trigger you. There's going to be things that piss you off. There's going to be things that you don't like. And guess what? Tough shit. Okay, look, the reality is it's not a nerfed up existence out there. As much as people want to make it nerfed up, right? What we're doing is we're creating a whole fucking swath of humans that look at themselves as a victim and look at everyone else as perpetrators when that's not the case, right? Like we're just people of varying opinions. We're just people who may or may not subscribe to the same ideology. And just because you subscribe to it doesn't mean someone else has to subscribe to it. And here's the thing. Victimhood is not a good place to be in. Look, and here's I'm not even going to talk. I mean, I am talking social media space. I am talking what you see that's triggering fucking people these days and what's jamming people up. And people are making their careers out of being victims at this point. Like that is their entire social media engagement is these fucking victimhood videos. And look, I was a victim of this and I was a victim of that. I was misgendered. Like what the fuck ever, man. Like people are making their livelihoods off being professional victims. And then you look at it and go, oh, me too, right? I got called a thing or someone said that to me too. Oh, I'm a fucking victim. And you were going to be the one to suck yourself down in the pit of despair, right? no more forward progress for you, right? Because you're always looking to where you can be a victim again. Now, here's the thing. Little thing about Travis, right? One of my additional duties in the military was I was a sexual harassment, assault, rape prevention specialist, right? We called that a sharp victim advocate. And the long story short of that gig is what that means is if there's a sexual assault, a rape, even a sexual discrimination thing, any of that kind of stuff, right, that comes up on the installation, right? I would get the binder and the fucking bat phone, right? And this phone would survive nuclear holocaust, right? It's that tough box fucking kind of phone. Loud as shit. You couldn't sleep through it, right? Anything that happened any hour of the day when it was my turn, I had to respond to it. And there was intentional verbiage in that course that we would never refer to that person as a victim because there is a internal like subjugation that happens when you think of yourself as a victim. Contrarily, so what we would do is we would say, these are survivors of, right? This is a survivor of sexual assault. This is a survivor of sexual harassment. This is a survivor of, fill in the gap, right? Because that generates a sense of empowerment. And so I'm taking it to that extreme to show you that, if these people who've been through these crazy circumstances can adopt the mindset of survivor, then I'm pretty sure if someone calls you the wrong fucking pronoun, you can too. Now, I'm not saying you can't have whatever fucking pronouns you want. You guys know what I think about that. It is what it is. But at the same point in time, you can't let that be the thing that puts you into victim mentality, because that's what you're going to look for is the next reason to say you're a victim. I know people that have spent their lives in a victim mindset, that everything is someone else's fault, that their circumstances are a direct result of other people's actions. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm not picking on anybody, it's just a cold, hard fucking truth. These people are fucking life failures. These people have nothing to show for their existence. They haven't built a bank account, let alone a legacy. They have produced no valuable results from their time on planet Earth because they have maintained this victimhood mindset. Now, on the flip of that, I am fortunate enough to know some hardcore motherfucking survivors, right? I won't put him on blast because I know he's doing his own thing, but one of my first sergeants that I deployed with during my second deployment to Iraq, he lost a portion of his foot, right? So he survived. It was a massive fucking IED. I mean, it was fucking huge. The crater left behind this fucking thing was massive. Blew off the front part of his foot. This fucking guy, so already a survivor of a large IED, right? But he takes it, forgive the pun, he takes it a step further and has them remove his leg just below the knee. And when asked why, he said, because I want to be able to compete in fucking triathlons and I'll be able to get a more efficient prosthetic if I do that. So this fucking dude was so focused on progress, so focused on moving forward that he didn't even think about victim. In fact, he made himself a survivor plus by saying, lob that motherfucker off so I can get a better leg, right? Now the doctors advised him, they said, okay, cool, we can do that, but just understand it's going to be X amount of months before you can walk, X more amount of months before you can even think about running. And this guy said, cool story, challenge fucking accepted. And what he did inside of 3 months is he went home after surgery. So he evac'd Iraq, goes to Germany, has the operation, goes stateside. And then all of this transpires within 3 months. Before we got home from that deployment, this fucking dude is already competing in his first triathlon in San Francisco. That's a fucking survivor, man. That's the fucking difference. Is someone who has something fucking awful happen to them, but doesn't go, I'm a victim, poor me. They go, I'm a survivor, fucking watch this. The thing is, like, and I've got them on my other screen. There's countless studies done about this, hundreds of papers done about this, that it truly is a mindset thing. And you guys know how I feel about mindset, right? But it really is just repurposing your current thoughts and reframing the words you put on it. You know, it's as simple as looking at the situation and going, well, I ain't fucking dead, right? You know, I hate to bring it up, but it's part of the title, right? Did you die? No? Then fucking get over it. And I'm not saying it doesn't impact the way you live your life. It doesn't. You are going to have learned experience from that you're going to apply to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. But as long as that learned experience isn't look for the next way to be triggered, look for the next way to stay in victim mentality, because all you're doing is cheating yourself. The world's not going to get easier. It doesn't matter how many pieces of legislation gets passed that's on your tribe, right? It's not going to get easier because it's still designed to end you, right? Most of the other creatures on the planet can kill you. It's just the way it is. Gravity is whipping your ass. You know you're going to die. So it doesn't matter how much legislation and fucking Nerf safe space rules they put around the shit that makes you feel like a victim. It's not going to change that. It's not going to get any easier. To succeed, it's still going to take effort. And effort is only going to be applicable if you can push past this shit that's got you stuck in this victim mindset. Take control of that shit. Use the learned experiences that you can now apply to the next thing, right? You can go victim on anything if you want to. Failed relationships, fucked up work environment. You name it, you can do it. But if it's that easy to be a victim, I challenge you to try and be a survivor. Because a survivor is going to go out there and make shit happen. A survivor is going to be the one still standing when everyone else crumbles. And if you've been through some shit, use that as your superpower. Don't use the things that happen to you to be the thing to weigh you down for forever. Use that to be the thing to embolden you because you've got experience that other people don't have. You can empower other people through what you've learned. But a victim can't do that because a victim is too tied to the fucking sadness, the emotion, the frustration, the trauma behind it, right? Get through it, get over it, and start being a survivor because that is the best way to say fuck you to that old circumstance. You want to hurt someone's feelings quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry, succeed hard as fuck despite what they said. So take all those slings and arrows, all the things that have got you feeling like a victim, grab those motherfuckers and turn them back around and go kick the world's ass. Because the quickest way to shut up a hater is to fucking win right in their face. So that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Stop looking at your circumstances like you're a victim. Start embracing them as a survivor and get out there and beat the shit out of planet Earth. That's all. Hope you dug it. Hope you took something away from it. And I will talk to you next time. Later.